Yo, it's your boy ACM Juice, man. You tapped in with Media Pass TV.
Welcome, welcome, ACM Juice. How you doing today, man?
I'm doing all right, man. I'm just chilling, man. I'm just, hanging in there.
Can you take the time out and tell the people who don't know you exactly who you are?
Yeah, man. ACM Juice, Big Juice from Hampton, Newport News, 757,
So you starting big for the 757. That's what's up. What part
Yeah.
of the 757 you from? Newport News, Hampton? Like what part of Newport News and Hampton?
Well, it's crazy because originally I was born in Hampton, and then when they tore down Pine Chapel, I moved to Newport News, and I stayed in Newport News the whole time. So I just say I'm from both. You know what I'm saying? Because I got, you know, I'm tied to both.
Got roots in both. I like that. Okay. Um, so I feel like we pretty much all know what ACM is stands for. Always
Yeah,
counting money.
yeah.
Always counting money. I like that. But what exactly is Juice, and where did you get the name?
Well, Juice it's funny because when I was younger, I used to have a nickname. It was Pills, and they used to tell me I look like Pillsbury Doughboy. And then my mom, her best friend, she kind of came around. Her fiance, they had came and gave me the name Super. It was a show that came out back in the day. It was called the PJs. And then they used to always be like, Super, Super. And then they was like, yeah, you look like Juice from the PJs. So like that name just kind of stuck. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, okay. You take any offense to it, or you just play it off as jokes? You got a sense of humor.
Yeah, I just like, man, fuck it. You know what I'm saying? It just stuck.
When exactly did you get into rapping?
It's crazy. I was talking to one of my homeboys today, and I was rapping in high school with one of my homeboys. He had passed away. Rest in peace, my nigga Mo. And then I was rapping a little bit out the creek when I was like in the 10th grade, ninth and 10th grade, but I didn't really take it serious. I was just rapping because everybody else was around me rapping. And yeah, I was just, doing it for fun. I was freestyling, but I never really wrote nothing. And I was just telling him this morning, like, damn, man, if I would have never stopped rapping, I probably would have, like, I ain't saying I ain't far now, but I probably would have been a lot further.
So you used to rap before, and then you kind of like fell back from it.
Yeah, I just rap, like, I was just, what I'm saying, doing it for fun because everybody else was doing it, you know what I'm saying? So it was just like, I hear a hot beat, you know what I'm saying? I freestyle and then, on to the next.
So just chilling with your friends or some shit, just
Yeah,
you know, what I'm
pretty
saying,
much.
vibing. So has anybody else who used to rap back in the day, has anybody taken it as serious as you to this point?
Anybody used to rap with back in the day, I don't know. It just depends on what they consider to be taken serious. I feel like I take it serious when it comes to like, I'm trying to make a living off of my music. I feel like that's a different aspect of taking it serious, but it just depends on what they deem as taken serious.
Okay, so for you, you want to make money and make a living off of your music. So at what point did you actually realize that you wanted to do that?
While I was making music in a lot of situations, me and Zaytoven and Cassius J in 2019 meeting them, um, just tired of doing the same old routine. You know what I'm saying? Like being in the mix, like just and also I just felt like if first everybody get into music for like I guess the lifestyle, like
The glitz and glamour,
yeah,
the
like
limelight, and
and then once you start to realize that you can really like the transition period, once you really like realize you can really realize that you can make some money, it's like, oh, okay, you know what I'm saying? So then it started to be a transition period where I was like the glitz and glam, and then it's like it's a lot of hard work behind the scenes because it's a lot of stuff to go into being an artist, a lot. And people just kind of the surface level is blinding.
so you really do have to put in a lot of work for this. Like it's just not handed to you overnight, like a lot of people may think, or it may take one song, but you got to keep working hard for that one song.
Thing I learned about music, the thing that stands out to me the most about like just being an artist, anybody could literally become an artist. You just gotta know what you're doing. Like it ain't because it's not always about the song because it's a lot of people out here with hot music that you would never hear of, but they don't understand the business side of the music, and that's what separates. I'm not saying you can't go out here and make a song and then that shit just blow up overnight. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Because it could be trendy, it can be whatever like substance they may have, it could take off. Because I read this book called Contagious, and they just talk about stuff. They just talk about what make things catch. That's the name of the book. It's Contagious, and like some can have every aspect of what make things catch, and it could be, you know what I'm saying, like a lot of songs today that catch. So it just you just gotta know the business. If you can't make that song, you know what I'm saying.
Right. Okay. Let's go off on the side real quick. You said you read a book called Contagious.
Yeah, Contagious.
You read often?
I read a lot actually.
What book is on your plate right now?
It's you know, I was in the crib and I said, you know what, I want to bring my book because I wanted to share it with y'all, but the people told me, nah, I don't. My girl said, nah, I don't. I wouldn't put it on camera, so I was like, man, I'm gonna just leave it. But I'm reading this book, I think it's called The Secret Thoughts of the Millionaire Mind. I don't know if that's the right name, but I know it's the secret. I think it's The Secret Thoughts of a Millionaire Mind. It's basically just teaching you about like how millionaires think, like you know what I'm saying, like how people who trying to become like wealthy think, not just the way it's just mind shifting,
Okay. I want to go back. What drew you to the book Contagious?
I was talking to my homeboy Note, man, and then he just was. I forgot what I was talking to him about, but I knew I was telling him like, I just got to make the music stick because my problem isn't that the music isn't good. The problem is just that I didn't have the marketing down pat. I wasn't really like, I didn't really feel like I had the trendy aspect of it down pat.
So how do you feel about that now?
I just make music. I love music. You know what I'm saying? Like, I know at first it started off with the glitz and glam, like I can be honest, but I enjoy creating in general. Like I like to look at myself as an artist. Like I like to create, whether it's a painting, whether it's putting clothes together, whether it's designing my room.
Anything creating.
Yeah, I just
Anything
like to
with art.
create. I just like to create. That's what I just like to do.
I heard that you used to write poems. So do you even remember like your first poem or anything? Like how was that?
No, I don't remember my first poem. I just know that I could rhyme real good. That's what one thing that like, because I'm really good at like English writing papers, history. Like
Right.
math really wasn't always my strong suit, but English and history and all that was my strong suit. So like I was always a good rhymer. You know what I'm saying? And then writing poems came naturally because if you can rhyme words at the end of a poem and then you can tell a story, you can write a good poem.
Wait. You weren't too good at math, but you always counting money though. Like what's up? Like
I mean, at first, that's what I said. Like,
Right.
you know what I'm saying? As times change, I got better at math, but
Absolutely.
I just wasn't, math just wasn't something that I was really, like, I cheated my whole way through, me and my boy, we cheated our way through geometry, like the whole time. But, as time got better, I buckled down. As the money came, you know what I'm saying? Then it's like, okay, now you got to tighten up. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, but math is basic, though. All math is basic. If you really think about it, I listen to a lot of people and they just talk about how math is just really basic. Like when they start doing all that adding it to other stuff, that's when it get complicated, but it's still basic.
So also coming from Newport News, Hampton area, there's not a lot to get into. I mean, you got college, you got military. So what made you not choose like the shipyard or the military out of all places? I heard you went to college, but what made you choose the college route?
It's actually kind of funny because I just always had a fear of being homeless. You know what I'm saying? So like when I went to college, I went to college because I thought that's what I was supposed to do. You know what I'm saying? Like even though like growing up, nobody would have ever guessed in a million years that I would have graduated from college. Like so like, and I always thought in my head like, shit, I just don't want to be homeless. You know what I'm saying? So I figured I go to college. You know what I'm saying? I always had this thought in my head like I don't wanna do physical labor, so I'm gonna go to college and do brain labor, like make somebody work for me. You know what I'm saying? Like I always had that thought process in my head, like and it mixed with not wanting to be homeless.
Work smarter, not
Yeah,
harder.
yeah.
I know, like when you first started rapping, you weren't too comfortable with. Like, how did you learn to get into like your pocket, to lean in, to become more comfortable? How did ACM Juice become ACM Juice?
It's funny you asked that because I actually, when I told myself, I said, you know what, man, I'm gonna take this shit serious. I was actually in Atlanta. I was down here with Mocha Velli, and we was in the studio. And my first song that I said I'm gonna take it serious is actually "Be a Boss." Um, I was rapping the song, and I just won't saying the shit, and I just was like, she like, yo, you saying the right shit, you just not saying it. So I'm like, I don't know, you know what I'm saying? So this was kind of, I was down in Atlanta, down here, and I just was like, man, fuck it, you know what I'm saying? And I study this shit too, though. I study this shit. Like, I don't just, I study this shit. I study the hottest artists, like the artists who number one on the charts. I study what they do, like as far as like the way they talk and they rapping. You know what I'm saying? So like when they regularly having a conversation, that's the way they rap. They just putting it on the beat. But like I study this shit down to like everything. You know what I'm saying? So it's
So,
just not a matter of if, it's just a matter of when.
so you're actually looking to get better. Like you're actually really taking this as serious as they come.
Yeah, cause I make music. I don't just make. I don't make songs. You know, I make music. So like, I study my craft. You know what I'm saying? I study like tunes and like how can I say this on the beat? Like if I can't think of a rhyming a rhythm to rap on the beat, I just listen to it. Because if I like the beat and I can't think of a rhythm, I just like I just rap on the beat. I mean, I just listen to the beat all day. I ride in the car, listen to the beat, take a shower, listen to the beat. While I'm doing my work, while I'm working at my desk, I just had the beat in my headphones, coming up with different rhyming patterns, and then I'll be like, all right, this one fit. And I'll just take off.
If you have like a bunch of beats, do you try not to skip a beat to try to be like, I can rap on anything, or are you like, all right, I'm just not feeling it, you'll skip it?
I skip beats a lot. I don't want to be too repetitive. Like a lot of artists get caught up in making like one of their songs a take off, and then every one of their songs will sound the same.
They'll be in a pocket.
I don't. That's not my style. I don't like. If you listen to my music, you will notice that none of my songs sound alike.
They don't. You have a very different, unique style. I like your wordplay and how you come off. It's like it's real groovy. I was saying that, and I count. I was like, this shit real groovy. Speaking of your song, I believe you said "How to Be a Boss" was your first song you recorded.
Yeah, Be a Boss, number one on my first project. If you know, you know the ACN way.
What does it mean to be a boss?
I kind of get away from using the word a boss because I don't really because like if I will I will jump down if we dig in the hole, I'm gonna jump down there and dig the hole with you. I ain't gonna just say dig the hole and then go over here and you know what I'm saying, unless you dig in the hole and I'm over here, you know what I'm saying, mixing the concrete, you know what I'm saying. But if we can dig this hole faster, you know what I'm saying, we're gonna dig the hole and then we're gonna mix the concrete. But if you got it, so I wanna be a leader, you know what I'm saying? Like I don't wanna use the term like be like boss that much. I just feel like it's just too aggressive.
The word boss, you want to get rid of that. So it sounds like you're a team player. If you're willing to get down and dig the hole, or he's digging a hole and you're doing the concrete, how important do you think your circle and your team around you plays for you specifically?
Um I think it's just about being selfless. I wouldn't mind seeing somebody else be like quote unquote win over me or win more than me because like the objective is if you win or if you are in a position, then that means I'm always gonna be in position. And I don't think people really understand that concept when it's kind of like when you in a circle of people like because like if you if you are this way and I'm this way, I mean if you got all like let's just say for example I'm gonna just relate to money. If you got $1 million and I got $1 million, I don't want to look at it like you got your own million, I got my own million. I want to look at it like we got $2 million now. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And I just feel like we could take that 2 million collectively and make $20 million. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I just like to be on. I like to be on a team of selfless people. Like, you know what I'm saying? If we go out to the club, you don't got to come out your pocket. You know what I'm saying? Or if we go out to dinner, you like, I got dinner, bro. You just took care of blah, blah, blah. All right, cool. You know what I'm saying? We got each other back.
With that being said, how specific are you with picking people and putting them in your circle? And like, do you always have like in mind what position you're gonna put them in?
Man, I just let God work for me, man. You know what I'm saying? I feel like I try to put people in a position that wasn't ready to be in a position. You know what I'm saying? So now I just let God do my hard work, and I just work. You know what I'm saying? Work on getting where I gotta be. You know what I'm saying? Then, 'cause I done met people, man, that don't know me from a can of paint, man. They goddamn blow some shit off of me. You know what I'm saying? So it's like you let God put the people in your life that's supposed to be there. You don't. That shit is too hard trying to bring people along who just would rather just watch from the sideline.
Trying to help people like that bring along trust issues, or just does it make you change like your character as far as being a good person, trying to help people, or is it just you understand that caliber of person?
I'm a good person regardless, man. That's what separates me from a lot of people. Like, man, people done shit to me, man, or fucked up shit to me, and it's like I just like, man, that's on you. You know what I'm saying? I'm blessed. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't miss steps. You know what I'm saying?
You don't lose no sleep, or you don't sweat about it.
I mean, I ain't gonna sit here and pretend like that shit don't bother me, but at the same time, like I said, I'm protected. You know what I'm saying? I done been through the worst of the worst. You know what I'm saying? And I'm still, I ain't trying to be funny, baby. I'm still shining. So what that what that tell you? You know what I'm saying? I'm blessed.
So does God play a big part in your life?
Absolutely. I don't wake up and pray every day. You know what I'm saying? I thank God for waking me up in the morning, but I'm also try to be demanding with myself for what I want. I don't beg God to 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 do nothing for me. I just ask, provide the opportunities, and I pray for preparation. Like, let me prepare for what I'm asking for, because I I read some shit one time, and they were just like, people pray for all these blessings in the world, but nobody pray for the protection that comes along with the blessings. And I been through situations where I was blessed, but I never prayed for the protection. And I, you know what I'm saying? It's just like, damn. And I could just look back on it now and be like, you pray for the preparation. God gonna put you where you're supposed to be. As long as you're doing what you're supposed to do, you're gonna be where you're supposed to be.
Project Pat or Pimp C?
Ah, damn. You know what? You know what? There's the book, The Secrets of a Millionaire Mind. They say you can have your cake and you eat it too. So I'm gonna say both of them.
Yeah. What specifically about both of them do you like? Like, what inspired you about both of them?
I'm a huge Pimp C fan, man. Rest in peace to the pimp, man. Like, I grew up on his music, man. He was like he just talked that shit, that gangster pimp shit. And it's like he said this saying to me. He said this saying one time on the record, and it was like country rap tunes, and it's like, no disrespect to nobody. I never been a fan of up north music, like never. I never been a fan of northern.
Like New York or anything?
Never, never,
What? Okay.
never. I'm a huge fan of southern rap, and he said country rap tunes, and I just was like, that shit just stood out to me because it described me so well. And I like Project Pat, man. If you listen to my music, man, you can hear my I got like a little of his style with me, like,
The cadence.
yeah. And they just I don't know, I can't really explain it, man. But yeah, both of them. I read it. I'm telling you, man, you gotta read that book, The Secrets of the Millionaire Mind, man. They said that, like, and I just tested myself because they say in the book you're gonna be presented with some opportunities, whether you gotta choose either or, and you gotta stand on your pivot. Like, yeah, nigga, got both of them. Like, I might have set my playlist up: Pimp C, Project Pat, Pimp C.
Is that how the playlist look right now?
Nah, I listen to a lot of Thug. I listen to a lot of Gotti. Um, I listen to a wide variety of music, man. I like I listen to some crazy shit, bro. I ain't gonna lie. I listen to it. My music like preferences is so wide. Cause you might hear me in the car singing some goddamn if you want me, I'm yours. Some shit like that. You know what I'm saying?
You saying to when you got serious, you had to focus.
Uh-huh.
But you said on my way to see Ice Man Nick, but need to focus on the music.
Mm-hmm.
How often do you get sidetracked, and is it really hard to stay focused?
Well, now I kind of eliminated a lot of distractions out of my life. The only thing that really distracts me right now is just me playing a game. But I'm just gonna turn myself playing a game into a business because I really enjoy playing a game. But I was in a different place before I left the city. You know what I'm saying? It's easy to get sidetracked. It's just easy to get sidetracked. You got local fame. That it kind of gets addicting.
Was this the glitz and glamour juice then?
I wouldn't say glitz and glamour, but it just came along with being, I can't like I've been popular my whole life. Like my sister was very popular, so like it naturally rubbed off on me being her little brother, and then I grew into my own, what I'm saying, who I am as my own self. So that was just like a whole nother animal. So now like it just came along with being local famous, and then I mean, nobody wants to admit it, but you have to keep up with a certain image once you know what I'm saying? When you reach a certain status, you have to remain that way.
Do you find it hard to keep up? Do you feel like you're playing keep up or catch up, or
Nah, because I'm the same person.
this
I'm
is
the,
just you?
yeah, just me. That's me. Like I I've been this person my whole life, so I don't have to be like when I wasn't having, I was still having because I've been the same way. I'm just having the same, you know what I'm saying, the same as I wasn't.
Come into the crib, son screaming, "Daddy, you the shit." How does that make you feel?
Man, is that song out?
Yeah,
It probably was on YouTube. You probably heard it on
I
Sunscreen
heard
Daddy,
it on
you the
YouTube.
shit. Yeah, yeah. Sunscreen Daddy, you the shit. I mean, it's just, I think that's what we all if we got children, man, children are like they motivators, you know what I'm saying? Like I'm really hard on my oldest son, you know what I'm saying? I'm loosening up now, but I just know what this world has in store for him. So you know what I'm saying? I try to prepare him for it, but it's a good feeling when your kids like, what's up, Dad? Love you. You know what I'm saying?
You really think you're rich?
Yeah. That motherfucker, man, nigga, go through some goddamn shoes. I'm trying to teach him differently now, though. I'm trying to teach him like, and I had to explain to him like I had when the PlayStation 5 first came out, I had bought it for him, and he was like, I had went to drop it off to him, and I was like, yo, go get that out the back seat for me, man. I forgot my bag in the car, and he seen the PlayStation, and he was like, oh my god, he started crying. But like, I had seen that like yo, and then like I had seen that like he was appreciative, but we spoiled him on accident. You know what I'm saying? Like, cause he don't he just thank you, but he ain't understanding the hard work that went in behind the scenes to make him be able to be thankful for that. You know what I'm saying? So
Right.
I just try to teach him like we work for this stuff. Like we working for everything we got. You know what I'm saying? Nobody giving you nothing. You know what I'm saying? Like I make sure you good, but what are you doing for me?
Right. So we need it reciprocated. We do for you. We need you. We
Yeah.
need good grades, good behavior,
It ain't
shit like
nothing
that.
personal, you know what I'm saying? I don't people be in relationships with people not like sexual relationships or boyfriend, girlfriend, but just relationships, business relationships, and they like you will fall out with your best friend because you expect him to be able to bring to the table what you bring to the table, and then when you be like, bro, I'm paying for all this, like, what you gonna do? They'll take that personal. It's like, nah, bro, it's not personal. Like, bro, if you carrying this load and I'm carrying the load, bro, we gonna get a lot further. You can't just expect one person to carry the load. You know what I'm saying? Two people got to be bringing everything they got to the table. Cause you might not have money, but you might have all the energy in the world. Energy can, you know what I'm saying? That shit just crazy, man. I ain't gonna lie, bro.
Now you broke that down pretty well. Why the title? This is God.
Uh, that's the name of the beat. A lot of my songs is named after the beat.
Oh, okay.
And then it put me in that vibe. Like, if you heard what I was saying, like I was talking some real godly shit in it.
Right. Was that the same for Panoramic?
Name of the beat.
Name of the beat. But I like that joint. That joint was pretty hard though.
Appreciate it, bro.
What inspired the song His Soul?
It's just my life. Like my life, you know what I'm saying? Just my life. Like shit you know, having dreams, like nightmares about the police coming after me. Like that's it. my music is my life. Like when you hear my music, you don't hear it. Like if you hear my music and then you like have a conversation with me or you see me, you can be like, oh damn, like now I can see. You know what I'm saying? All of this shit is my life. Like this ain't no make believe shit. You know what I'm saying? So like that's just my life is my inspiration.
Right. Okay. So you feel like as you were coming up and you were getting money, like other people were like watching what you had and kind of was coming after you and wanted to get what you get off your plate.
As I got older and I look back on it, I started to see like a lot of people that I had around me, man. They was really around me for like for what I could do for them. So it's like I'm not saying that they wanted to harm me or they wanted to do something bad to me, but I know that they might have definitely somewhat probably envied my success. But I ain't gonna say they wanted to like harm me or do no harm to me or do nothing wrong to me, but I know they probably envy my success.
You with you knowing that, does that switch up how you move?
Yeah, because that shit dangerous. That shit dangerous as a motherfucker.
Are you good at picking up on stuff like that?
Absolutely. Like it's crazy because if I'm in a room with a lot of people, and if you ever just pay attention to me, you will notice that I ain't talking because I'm reading everybody. I just start reading people because I'm like, man, because people be on some shit, man. You would never know it, bro. You would never know it, and people be on some real ill shit. So you just gotta take your time and step back and just read everybody because they'll show the signs. You just gotta be able. You just can't ignore your signs.
You seem very intellectual. Like, how did you get the mindset that you have like now? Like, you know how to move, protective. You know when to cut someone off. Like, how do you know how to move like this?
Well, I didn't always know when to cut somebody off, man. But like just growing up in the street, like it teach you to watch out for certain shit. You know what I'm saying? Like just growing up in the street, hanging in the street. You know what I'm saying? You got to be real wise to be hanging in the street. Like street dudes are really, really, really intelligent. They just don't know how to apply it in certain ways, and then so it's just like streets mixed with psych degree is kind of like what I'm saying. That's a dangerous combination. You know what I'm saying? Because I can walk in the room and have a conversation with anybody, a street nigga, a goddamn, you know what I'm saying? I can have an intellectual conversation with a businessman and let him know, like, and explain exactly what I want, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
And if you try to offer me something, I'm not going to be so quick to be like, you know what, let me take my time and you know, read over what the fuck you said. Because that's one thing I hate, man. When I be reading terms and conditions, man, you reading some shit this long, and then they got something hid behind this one. He like, man, what the fuck? You be reading all goddamn day.
We're about to go into memory lane.
Mm-hmm.
Beside you, we have a stack of photos,
Mm-hmm.
and I want you to turn over the first one and just explain us the feeling, the moment, and just where were you at the time and moment.
Are you ready right
Yeah.
now? I mean, this just just what it say. This a hell of a day. This shit with Payroll and me. I was in Detroit. Um, I forgot what the fuck I went to Detroit for. I forgot what I was out there for. But my nigga Al Nuke had hit me up and he was like, matter of fact, he was shooting Detroit Dreams. And we every time I go to Detroit, we always stay in the same hotel. Al Nuke stay there too. He had called me, he like, yo, you trying to get in the studio with Payroll? I'm like, nigga, hell fucking yeah, nigga. He was like, all right, I'll meet you right back. He called me and then he called me and I set it up. And that day was crazy though. That was a good day. It was a hell of a day. I did mad shit that day.
Was did you come up with the hook like right in the studio or?
Man, that whole day I ain't really plan on doing nothing that day. I was just chilling, you know what I'm saying? And yo, you can get in the studio with Payroll. He said, you got a beat? Nope. I hit my producer boy up from Brazil, like, yo, I need you to send me a Detroit style beat ASAP. He sent me the beat. I said, damn, thank you. Goddamn. While we was at the, it was crazy because we was in the restaurant, right? And once I had got the news that I was in the studio room that morning, so I'm listening to the beat. I didn't have my damn headphones. So we in the restaurant eating, I'm in the joint with the beat loud as hell like this at the table, like, nigga, we about to go in. I'm about to smoke this motherfucker. Word. Because it was loud in there, so I had the music turned all the way up. Everybody looking, I'm like, nigga, what, nigga, y'all man, y'all business. And I wrote that shit like before we went there. I just want to be prepared when I got to the studio.
Was that like an accomplishment for you?
Hell yeah, working with Payroll, I listened to that nigga.
Okay, that's what's up. You can turn over the next picture.
Oh shit. I mean, you know, always count money, man. I've been. That's why I've been trying to explain, nigga. Man, I be doing this shit. I've been doing this shit for a minute, man. This my nigga KJ. We was in a club mansion across the water in Portsmouth. Was that Portsmouth? I don't know. I was one of them clubs, man. When you got down, when that shit used to jump so hard, man, you could feel the floor goddamn going like this. But this was a good night, man. We was in
You
there.
should have came in the picture.
Me and my nigga KJ popping bottles.
You can go to the next one.
This is a good night, man. First people, my nigga Jack. Got Luck Chopper on here. My nigga 50, my nigga Frizz. This is a good night, man. This was a minute ago, man. Young nigga, Creek niggas.
We just did an interview with Luck Chapo as well.
Yeah,
and
I seen it.
I saw you in the video of one of his. What's y'all got like a relationship or anything?
Yeah, that's like my big brother, man. Like we from the same hood, man. He one of the like older niggas. Like, so in the Creek you got like generations. So you got the older niggas, and you got the younger niggas, and you got the, you know what I'm saying, like the babies and shit. Like he was our older niggas, you know what I'm saying? And then I was under them type shit, you know what I'm saying? But he like my big brother, like it's my nigga.
Y'all got music together?
We got one song together that he on one of my songs, Stupid. He on one of my songs, and then me and him got one song that I ain't dropped it yet. I'm just you know, continuously building my buzz so we can make it make sense, so it can, when it finally whenever I get it out. It's a hot song though. We did one track together.
You work with any other artists back at home?
Have I worked with any other artists work back at home?
Have you or do you?
I have worked with several artists back home. BMP, Flame, got a song with Mocha Belly, Low Ski, Yoko did a hook for me, Ronnie Mills.
So VA really putting on right now. Y'all putting on for the 7-5.
Man, I hate throwing shade, bro, but I done been to a lot of cities, bro, and we just the most versatile when it comes to, like, you go to Detroit, you know a Detroit artist when you hear a Detroit artist. Come to Atlanta, you know Atlanta artist when you hear Atlanta artist. You hear New York. This is the same for every place. But when you come to Virginia, you can't say, oh, this nigga from Virginia. This nigga, like, cause it's different sounds, it's different styles, it's different, like, we're a melting pot of like just different artists. I believe so.
So you don't even think you sound like Virginia?
I sound like me. You know what I'm saying? What I you know what I'm saying?
I like that.
I mean, I know I got different cadences from different people, like I just told you, Project Pat, but as far as like, I just feel like I'm just me, you know what I'm saying?
We can go to the next picture.
This is a minute ago. This was at damn, what's that club over there? Across the water, man, they got shut down, man. What's that club called, man? I forgot. But yeah, these my niggas. Love, man, my nigga Dollars. Be my boy. My nigga Banks. My boy be touching down real soon on y'all suckers, man. Fuck them snitches. I see y'all showing them that snitch love too, man. I don't fuck with that nigga. Look, man, we in this bitch popping Don P, man. Come on, man. Do you see this right here, man? This is Don P right here, man. My boy Hand, man.
How old were you back then?
Man, I don't even remember when this picture was, man. I don't know. You see where I was doing though. Same old. This before we even came up with the name Always Count Money, man. That's funny. I don't know, was it? I don't remember.
So y'all been counting money.
man, I remember one day we was riding in the car and he was me and him just used to always talk about, man, we gotta think of a name for this shit, man. We got like that's what we used to say, we gotta think of a name for this shit. And then my mom called me and she was like, what you doing? I'm like, nothing, driving. She's like, where you at? I'm like, LA. She was like, oh, I'm driving this shit. Like, got the phone on my ear like this, and I'm goddamn driving with my knee. She's like, what you doing? I'm like, nothing, mom. I'm trying to count. She was like, you always count money. I said, oh shit. She said, what? I said, nothing, mom. I'm gonna call you right back. I said, always count money. And that shit just clicked.
How long after that did you go and get the logo made? Immediately. I mean, you knew that was it.
Yeah, because I always, man, I was counting money so much, like, bro, that shit is tiring. Like, bro, imagine your shit right here cramping up, bro. Like, for real, bro. No bullshit. This shit cramp up, my nigga. And you be stuck like this.
You get your money machine yet?
And hell yeah, but sometimes that money machine be sticking money together, then you gotta double check it.
You don't trust it.
So it's just like, I mean, niggas use money machines, man, but you know, it's still always counting money, man. You use a money machine, you use a scale.
Don't matter.
I ain't never weighed no money, but you know, I'm just saying, like, you count money, well, you know what I'm saying?
That'll make you no difference as long as you got it. As long as you count. As long as it's right.
That motherfucker better be right.
Good.
Shawty Low. Man, this was a classic album, man. I'm gonna tell you why, cause Luck Chapo, like I told you, that's really like my big brother, like all jokes aside. Like that nigga, I remember one day he had went out of town and he used to have this orange Chevy. That shit had 24s on it, or 22s on it. It was an orange donk. That shit was like burnt orange, had the white top. And he used to let me like use his car sometimes. So one day he was like, I was like, let me use your car, man. He was like, man, give me $200. I gave him $200. He was like, all right. I ain't hear from that nigga the whole day. I'm like, why the fuck this nigga tell me to give him $200 and I ain't hear from him? I'm like, this wasn't no regular car, bro. This was an old school on 24s, bro. And that bitch was orange. I'm like, yo, where you at? He like, oh, I ran to DC. I'm like, nigga, that's why you told me to give you $200. He's like, yeah, nigga, if you gonna use my car, nigga, you might as well rent it. I'm like, fuck it, nigga. I drove around the city playing Shorty Low all day with the big boom. All the neighborhoods. I ran through all the neighborhoods. Yeah, I'm telling you, bro. I swear to God, on my life, nigga.
You got any old schools now?
I still got my Cadillac, man, but it's on ice right now.
Okay. What was like your dream car growing up?
Either a Caprice or a Chevy Impala, 96 Chevy Impala.
You got one of those in your reach yet? You eyeballing one? You early birthday gift? Anything?
Nah. I ain't. Man, I'm looking for assets, man. I ain't looking for no goddamn liability right now, man. I'm trying to.
What kind of assets we talking? Houses?
Whatever's gonna make some money, man. Whatever's gonna make some money, man. Whatever's gonna make me some money, man. I don't give a fuck what it is. This shit look cool, man. And I know I can get some money back from it, but I need some assets, bro. Just straight up.
Are you researching those, or you like in the classes or anything?
Every
like
day.
Like,
along with a lot of other stuff though.
Like stocks and stuff like that, or just
Nah, I don't look into stocks. I used to hunt money, man. Like I was a money hunter. Like I felt like I was just hunting money. Money chases me, you know what I'm saying? So it's like now I chase knowledge. Like the more knowledge you have, you chase the knowledge, the money chase you. That's where I'm at right now. So like whatever can make me some money, you know what I'm saying? That's what I'm researching. But I ain't researching no stocks or nothing like that though.
All right. You can go to the next photo.
Rapper lifestyle. That's my shit, man. I came up with this W. I used to always say I was living a rapper lifestyle. I was saying it for a minute. I live a rapper lifestyle. And then I spelled it with a W because I wanted to play on word like like rapping. like rapping joints and shit like that. And it's just a play on words, that's just come with that English shit, like, being good in English, being able to play with words and shit like that. And this W, and if you look closely in this W, it's just, just my life. You know what I'm saying? When I graduated college, my daughter and my son was there performing in bigger ranking and Dirty Glove Bastard. You know what I'm saying? When I had my first listening party.
Can you actually go in on that about your first listening party, your first in your first performance and everything?
My very first performance, my very first listening party, that's when I dropped If You Know, the ACM Way. I just wanted to give, because I had I ain't gonna lie, I had a real solid team around me when I did that project. I just didn't really have, like, when you're trying to execute something, you got to have a solid vision to be able to say, look, this is what I'm trying to execute. This is your job. This is exactly what you're in charge of. But I didn't have that. I was just kind of like freestyling as I went along, even though it looked real good, you know what I'm saying? But it was just all discombobulated, and it wasn't really like, we wasn't really able to gel together for real, because like the leader, which is myself, I didn't give a clear plan to execute. The listening party turned out dope though. Actually, it was funny. It turned out dope, but the police came and shut it down because I rented out an Airbnb, and they said no parties. But I'm like, man, this ain't no party, man. This is a celebration. They was like, nah, get your ass out of here. Get your ass out of here, boy. You and this motherfucker turning up, loud music. But I'm like, it was kids here, like we ain't partying, you know what I'm saying? We just celebrating. They was like, nah, you gotta go. But then my first performance, I opened up for I forgot that artist's name, man. He was a one-hit wonder. But yeah, I opened up for him and shit. Nigga put me on with his shit.
Was that like an accomplishment for you as well? Like as far as like the first performance opening up for somebody?
It was an accomplishment. I was ready to sit here and downplay my accomplishment because, somebody just hit me with an opportunity, but it was an accomplishment, because I worked for that opportunity to be able to perform for somebody. I appreciate that opportunity and that accomplishment on my behalf.
Is it hard for you to acknowledge like your accolades or what you have accomplished?
Sometimes, because you accomplish so much, and then like I said, I'm an artist, so once I do something, I can't enjoy it for that long because it's like, okay, you created this, now what else can you create? And it's just a constant nonstop. So I don't really have the time to appreciate it.
Yeah, because I heard that like you do the same thing with your music as far as like you listen to a song and you listen to it a couple of times, you be like, all right, I'm over it. Time to make something new.
Yeah, I hate it, man. I play like a lot of my music, like a lot of songs that people be like, man, you crazy, this song hard. And I be like, man, that shit. Oh.
Is it you being a perfectionist or is it just you naturally knowing that you can do better?
I get better with every song I make. Every song I make, I get better. Like I know that for 100% fact. Whether it's my delivery, whether it's my rhyming pattern, whether it's me having wordplay, it's just you make some as you paint a picture. It's like, okay, what else can you paint? All right, what else you can paint? What else can you paint? Nigga, like I just painted all these. When it's like you can only enjoy that shit for about. I make a song, I play that bitch for 2 weeks straight, nonstop. Get in the car, in the shower all day, playing a game. It's like, all right, on to the next. Sometimes it's shorter than that.
You can flip the next paper.
Zay Tiggy. This a real nigga, man. I really fuck with Zaytoven, man. That nigga, man. He embraced me for real. He fuck with me like he like if I could call that nigga. I done call him and ask him about music business. He done put me on game, told me shit. Like he ain't no Hollywood ass nigga. Like when I first met this nigga, and I'm like, yo, you Zaytoven, bro. You very like you a legend. He like, nah, I'm just Zay, bro. And like he a real nigga. Like you actually take a picture with him, like he ain't gonna be on no funny shit. Like he he understand who he is and what he provided for a culture. Like, you know what I'm saying? So I fuck with this nigga Zaytoven. It's crazy. I just was kind of with that nigga like a couple nights ago for real. I hopped on that nigga Sprinter van and with my nigga Al Newt, we was going to this industry mixer and shit. And I was dapping niggas up. I was looking down and shit, so I was like, "What's up, Zay?" And I dapped a couple other niggas up. And when I looked up, I'm like, "Juice." I looked up, he was like, "Dro." I'm like, "Oh shit, what's up, Dro?" It was Young Dro on the goddamn Sprinter van. I was like, "God damn, nigga, I'm liable to be hanging with anybody around this motherfucker."
Was Joe someone you listened to growing up as well?
I mean, not like as like me going out to get his project, but you know, he had his time when everybody let me see your shoulder lean.
Yeah.
That was a wild night though, man. I met that nigga T.I. I never seen this nigga in my life. That nigga said, "What's up, big dog?" I'm like, man, what the hell? But that goes back to me saying, like, you know, you do what you're supposed to do, God gonna put you where you're supposed to be. Simple as that.
How does it feel meeting these people that you grew up listening to though?
I don't know. I can't explain it. Everybody else tell me like you supposed to be there. That's where you at. You where you supposed to be. And this to me, it just feel like I don't know. Sometimes it feel like a dream. Sometimes it feel like it didn't really happen. Sometimes it feel like yeah, nigga, this one, nigga, I'm doing what I'm saying I was gonna do. It's just a whole bunch of different different feelings. You know, nothing too specific.
Do you feel like what you are doing, you are at where you're supposed to be?
Yes, yes. I'm doing exactly what the fuck I said I was gonna do.
We can go to the next photo.
This is my biggest performance right here. This is my biggest performance. I performed at the Nova, opened up for No Cap. It's crazy because the niggas was like, man, how the fuck did this nigga get on stage, man? Like nobody knew how I got on stage, but my people's man got a real good relationship with nigga Fee Banks, and he kind of like he got he made a couple calls like, yo, I can get you on the shit at the Nova. I'm like, nigga, let's do it. It's crazy because like nobody don't really know. Like only a few people know, but this was a stressful ass day. Like, but the internet looked at it and they thought it probably was the best day of my life. Like, it was a good day. Don't get me wrong. It was a great day. Because this is the biggest crowd I ever performed in front of. But, nigga, this was a stressful ass day.
What made it stressful?
Nobody not where they was supposed to be. Nobody answering the phone. I ain't get the word to the last fucking minute. I was ready to like, man, fuck this shit. I ain't going. Everybody like, nigga, your ass better go there, nigga. I'm like, bro, I just don't got time for all this shit, man. Like I ain't with that last minute shit. Like if I got to be somewhere at 5 o'clock, I'm gonna be there about 4:30, 4:25, sitting in the car, scoping the scene out. Like I like to be where I'm gonna be early. You know what I'm saying? So I can relax. I ain't trying to run in there and look. Nah, like I'm getting myself ready in the car. You know what I'm saying? I'm doing all that before I get to, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna be chilling. So when I walk in like a player.
You can flip the next photo.
This book I was talking about right here. Secrets of the Millionaire Mind, Mastering the Inner Game of Wealth. The way this dude broke it down though, man, I highly recommend this though for anybody who's seeking financial freedom, man. I recommend this book, man, because it just teaches you how to expand your mind, and it teaches you like how to look at stuff like how I was telling you earlier, like people always say you can't have your cake and eat it too, but it's like why you got the cake for? Like just to look at it? Like nah, like you can have both, you know what I'm saying? You just gotta figure out, you gotta ask yourself, how can I have both? You know what I'm saying? And that's an equation that you gotta figure out. Nobody else can figure it out for you. So like, yeah, this is a great read. I was recommended that book, but I forgot about who though. It's just the album cover. I mean, not the album cover, the track list. My nigga Struck, he sent this to me actually. Struck, man, that's my nigga too. He helped me out a lot down here in Atlanta too. Put me on shows, get me on flyers, introduced me to a lot of promoters. I got access to a lot of venues down here now through him. He sent me this shit one day, but I was like, man, I should get a track list. He was like, yeah. I sent him a picture. Well, he cool with the photographer who took this picture. So the nigga, I don't know why, bro. It's kind of crazy, bro. Like every time we have a photo shoot, I have a photo shoot with this nigga. Here comes Struck posting my pictures. I'm like, nigga, how the fuck is you posting my shit before me? And I guess they just got a good relationship and shit, because he always make all my flyers and shit. But he sent me this shit, and I was like, nigga, this shit is fire. I'm gonna tell you what's gonna happen with this project. This project gonna get taken down and it's gonna get re-released. Because when I get in a situation where I can either get a broader reach, this is a solid project, man. 1 through 11.
Very proud of it.
It's a song for everybody. That's how I make my music, though. I don't make music for just trap niggas. I don't make my music for just, you know what I'm saying, for like, I want to make music for college people. I want to make music for goddamn, if I can't stop cursing in my song, I make music for kids. I can make country music. I don't want to, but I can make gospel music. I ain't making no gospel music. Fuck that.
I never asked, but how did the migration from Virginia to Atlanta happen?
So I used to go to LA a lot. Like I used to go to LA like damn near like 2-3 times a month. And every time I came from LA, this was my passing through point. And my homeboy had a condo out here, and that nigga just gave me the key, and I'm like, he like, nigga, I don't give a fuck, nigga. So shit. And that's what I mean. I'm sorry to like cut off my point, but that's what I mean. My boy had a condo down here, right? He like, yo, can you get a TV for the crib? Nigga, hell yeah, I went and got a big, humongous ass TV to put in the living room, because I'm like, nigga, you let me come down this motherfucker whenever I want to, nigga. Hell yeah, I can put a nice big fat ass TV in this bitch. You know what I'm saying? Like, and that's what I mean. Like, you doing for me, I'm gonna make sure I reciprocate it. You know what I'm saying? But it's just like, I used to just come down here all the time. And one time I came down here, and I'll never forget, I was in a strip club with my nigga Charlie. And we were sitting in the strip club, and he was drunk. It was broad. This shit was probably like 3 o'clock in the afternoon on a goddamn Tuesday. We in the strip club. He drunk, bitches in there. That nigga say, man, if you don't do no private, man, you don't need to come next to me, man. And I just said, why am I wasting my time in Virginia? That's why I just said, like, why am I wasting my time in Virginia, man? I went to the crib, man, told my people, man, I'm like, man, look, man, I'm ready to go. My lease was ending too. I was like, man, I'm ready to go, yo.
You came to Atlanta, it was up.
Yeah, man, like, I ain't gonna lie, man. Like, if you just take a camera and follow me, like, throughout my normal day, you will see, like, man, this nigga, I don't know how I did it, though. You know what I'm saying? Just real. Nigga said, I don't know how I did it, but I made it happen. Just like people, I don't know, they just gravitate. Like, it's just gravity. But in this book, though, you go back to this book, it say when you make your mind up to do something, the universe does hella crazy shit for you, and you don't even know how it fucking happened. The book said that, man. This book said that. So it's just like, you know, you make up your mind, say what you want to do, man. The universe is gonna make some shit happen for you, and you don't even know how the hell you even got to where you got to.
You may be too humble to do it, but I actually wanted to end this with a pop your shit segment, which goes in on just the artist talking about who they are, what would make someone want to listen to them, like what they've accomplished and everything. Just pop your shit.
I don't know. I don't really be popping my shit, man. I ain't really like a bragger. You know what I'm saying? I'm more of like you see me and you create your own assumptions. You know what I'm saying? Like, cause I mean, like, I'm the same with or without. Like, if I take these rings off, I'm still gonna walk in cool as a bitch. If I take this chain off, I'm still gonna walk in cool as a bitch. So it's just like you see it, you see the shit. Like, why I gotta sit up here and brag about this shit? You know what I'm saying? Like, but yeah, I've been this way. I've been doing all of this shit before all of this. Like I was having money before I even bought a chain. The only reason I never bought a chain is because it's like, if I ain't gonna buy the chain that I want, then ain't no need for me to have a chain. You know what I'm saying? So I waited till I could come up with what I wanted.
I got so many more questions to ask you, but I feel like we can save it for another interview. And I really did enjoy your time, man. It was a blessing, and I appreciate you coming through, stopping by with Media Pass TV.
Man, I appreciate y'all, man, reaching out to me, man. This is a good opportunity, man, for me, you know what I'm saying, just to get more exposure at the crib, you know what I'm saying? I don't really do too much stuff at home no more like I used to since I moved down here. I'm trying to expand my wings, but you know what I'm saying? I definitely appreciate the opportunity, man, get that exposure.
No problem. One last thing. What can the people expect from ACM Juice next?
Just a lot of hard work, man. I'm preparing for greatness. Um, I'm just preparing for greatness, whatever. Right now this is my preparation stage, man. Just preparation, man. You gonna see that I'm prepared for my moment. Cause like little baby said, man, everybody don't get it, and I'm just preparing myself for that moment. So whenever it comes, y'all see. Other than I got music coming out, still in the pushing songs, man. I need y'all to listen to number 2, bro, on Rapper Lifestyle, Talking My Shit. That's my favorite song, bro. It's a real shit. That's my favorite song that I ever done to this day. I mean, I like painting pictures too, but number 2, that's my favorite song, man. That's my favorite song that I ever done. But yeah, y'all know what's going on. ACM Juice, Media Pass TV.